Yo, 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 is your boy Triple Black, aka the number one stunner, aka the boss, aka three black hearses. It's murder. Anyways, man, I couldn't get on live for a minute, man. But anyways, just wanted to holler at the fam. I haven't been on here for a little bit. You know, I do videos every once in a while, man. I need to. Been so lazy, man. I need to go get me another phone. I still got the thought phone. You know what I'm saying? Broken screen and shit like that. Because they say every thought that's like a thought starter kit. But anyways, the thing I wanted to talk about, man, is I watched a show earlier today, and it was called like the Blue Man or the Red Man Group, or whatever. One of the things I've kind of seen a little bit, and I paid attention to it, and the red pill, you got the black manosphere, then you got the red pill community, you got the black pill community. There's all kinds of pills, whatever, man. You know, depending on what, but there's a lot of black red pill dudes that I listen to, and I'm not taking any shots at them or anything like that. You know, it is what it is. You know, like the Donovan Sharps of the world, Coach Greg Adams, and all those. I mean, I'm not discounting anything that they're saying. It's a lot of the stuff that they're saying is true. You know, I like to listen to Steph Cole, and I also my favorite one of all of them, because he keeps it all the way 100, is Alpha Male Strategies. Alpha Male Strategies keeps it all the way 100, and you know what? That's the type of dude that I can see. You know, if I probably met him somewhere, I probably get along with him. You know, really, I mean, because he's like a lot of a lot of dudes that I grew up with. You know, I played sports. You know, I was, he's a cool dude. You can just tell. You know, good natured or whatever. And he curses a lot. You know, sometimes like he can ruffle some feathers and stuff like that. And one of the things that I did see a little bit is like, other people within this community always take kind of like, they take kind of little hot shots, low key, shots at them. I guess whenever you at the top, because I really feel like he's probably the number one guy right now as far as some of that content, and and because he's not all the way one way, he understands a little bit. But what I was getting to, man, it just almost seems like the red pill, like the black red pill people, they do some low key cooning kind of, and the thing is that they say stuff. I mean, I understand people's politics or whatever. Honestly, I'm a conservative too. I love conservatives and be black conservative, whatever. I'm not all the way like the thing that makes me very uncomfortable is a lot of a lot of conservatives stand for. They kind of they go under the guise of rights and all this type of stuff, but a lot of times they have some low key hatred for black people. I'm black, and the thing is, it's like how do you really stand with people that really don't even like your kind? They might be spewing the same ideology, and the reason I brought this up, I was watching this guy named Billy Donovan. I don't know, some Donovan, right? And he was in they had a group called the Red Man Group or whatever, and he was talking about his book and shit like that. And basically, he was basically like a Trump right wing, alt right talking point. Just basically a talking point. Everything that usually like he's almost exactly what you think he is. It's almost like, I mean, I don't know the man personally, but just based on the conversation that they were having, every chance that he took, he wants to kind of take a dig at like Black Lives Matter, one of those type of people, and they put it under the guise of whatever. We get it. He's a Trump supporting, don't infringe on my rights, and we need the police and all this type of stuff. And to me, that shit is kind of dangerous, man. It's really dangerous. And you know, he's basically a walking "making America great again," you know, thing. And the one dude that was the president of the Red Man Group, and he believes. Now I kept watching video after video after video after video, and these guys, you know, they share the same ideology, but they kind of disguise it in this thing like this anti-feminist rhetoric. You know, as a black man, we understand. I understand. You know how, you know, feminism has really destroyed even our community. You know, I understand that they're the perceived enemy, but at the same time, I'm not going to low-key coon just for acceptance. And sometimes you hear these black people dudes, they be like, oh, you know what? They don't want to talk about politics because they already know what it is. And you know, and I understand that they have to tote that line because a lot of people that, you know, give them donations and watch their channel and subscribe to them are these type of people. You know, you can be conservative, have conservative ideals, but the line has been, I mean, there's a line that has been crossed a lot of times. Like, for instance, if you're like, please explain to me, and you know, if you're a black man, right? Even if you didn't understand the ideology, you know, of course, you know, the gay man, the LGBT, you know, community, they're the heads of these organizations and stuff like that, right? Like, what I just don't understand, I don't understand how you are against the ideology of Black Lives Matter. Not the structure, not who runs it, but the ideology of Black Lives Matter. Why that is offends you. And I see some of these guys, you know, and they don't really get into it. They always kind of, you know, saddle the fence, you know, because they don't want to offend anybody. They do it under the... Because the thing is, I don't give a fuck how conservative you is. You're still a fucking black man first. So I don't understand how the fuck you can kind of like blend in a room with these people and like be like, man, hold the fuck up, man. Hey, I got a cousin, I got a homeboy that got shot by the police or was mistreated. I don't understand how the fuck, you know, in the shit. I know you need donations and shit like that, but at the same time, you gotta look at what you're promoting. You know, what you're promoting, what you let some of these people promote. You know, and you know what? People are probably gonna use shame and tag. Oh, he's sensitive or whatever. I don't give a fuck. But most people know what I'm fucking talking about. And this guy, this one guy had that, you know, that he was basically, I wouldn't be surprised if he was like in a white supremacist group, basically. He sounds just like a white supremacist. Like every talking point that you can think of, every hatred point, like, you know, he was like, oh yeah, defund the police. You know, basically, he was like, you know, mocking that whole campaign because he was like, basically, defund the police and we'll create our own militia. So I was reading between the lines. You know, he didn't want to, you know, it was just typical. But, and the thing about it is these guys will, you know, fraternize and rub elbows with these guys, and, you know, knowing low key, the moment that you fucking try to date their sister or date their daughter, they want to fucking, they calling you niggas and all kinds of shit in the background. You know, let's not talk about it's the person. You know what I'm saying? It's the person. You know, like, I always think about like Trump supporting and shit like that. I get it. You want to understand your ideology, whatever. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. It's a free country. And I'll tell you frankly why I don't really support Donald Trump. It's just because of racism. You know, because of racism, he adds, like, he is the beacon, or he is the I don't know how else to say it. He's just like, he's almost the face of white supremacy. And every chance he gets, he lets his supporters or his white supremacists know that he's got their back. He does it. He goes out of their way. You know, he goes out of their way, just like with Bubba Wallace. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. He is letting you know that he's on the white supremacist side, no matter how egregious they are. You know, do I believe in the statues being torn down? No, I don't believe. You know, whatever. We gotta, you know, this is what it is. But you gotta understand exactly what these statues and these leaders stand for. And if that offends you, why? I mean, I want to understand, why does that offend you? Why it offends you that a person wants to get rid of the Robert E. Lee statue? That is the leader of the Confederate Army. Like, why would that offend you? The Confederate Army basically didn't want to end slavery. You know, they wanted you picking cotton and stuff like that. You know, I mean, it's not my story. That's history. That's what happens. You know, that's what happened. Like George Washington, those were slave owners. You know, Thomas Jefferson, Andrew Jackson, those were slave owners, straight up. You know, is it part of our history? Yes, it is part of our history. But why does it offend you that somebody wants to get rid of that? You know? And you know, I don't agree with all the looting and all this type of stuff like that, but you gotta understand. But let's get back. I mean, we got off topic and stuff like that. And these guys, you know, it's like it's almost. I feel like these guys would be in a room, right? And these white dudes would be saying all kinds of fucking crazy shit about black people and calling them nigga and shit like that, and they probably wouldn't say anything about it. That's the type of dudes. Like that, I really feel that. I really feel that. You know what I'm saying? I really feel that, and that's unfortunate because I do like, you know, their content and shit like that. You know what? It's like they say they're not my heroes or anything. They said that you never want to meet your heroes because you're gonna find out a lot of times that your heroes are not the person that you thought that they were. You feel me? And I'm starting to really think that about some of these guys that I listen to. With red pill content, you know, we understand, you know the system and stuff like that. We understand the system like that. We understand female nature and stuff like that. But it's like, why every time you bring up like a black woman, it's like red meat. It's like you salivate. You ready to tear them down. You know, do we got a fucked up group of women within our community? Hell, fuck yeah, we do. Nobody's denying that at all. But why is it so easy? You know, so easy to clown or to tear down the woman, you know, with the weave. We understand fake hair and all this type of stuff. Yeah, we get it. We understand that shit. But it's like, and the thing is, a lot of it is not coming from, it's coming from a different place. It's really coming from a different place when you hear some of the rhetoric. And it's not being sensitive. You can tell it's coming from I'm not saying it's mean-spirited. Well, a lot of times it is mean-spirited. But it is what it is, man. And the thing about it is like, anytime like black men, per se, are trying to almost build something, you know, with a woman or anything like that, they automatically some type of simp, some type of what's the name. And the thing about it is, I don't know if a lot of these guys just think like, oh, you know what, I'm about to go for self now. You know what? You know, self-reliance, or I mean, whatever you can, you know, you can throw it under the guise of that. But what's interesting is like one of the foundational things that I think that we need to build within the black community is the black family. Reestablish that, or because I mean that because there's a lot of things that we need to be able to fix. We have to be able to fix the wealth gap. We got to be able to fix the family unit, because a lot of these things, a lot of these negative things that you see, the single mother stuff, and the feminized guys, is a byproduct of the black, of the destruction of the black family. And the thing about it is, it's like we're being sold something, and I don't know how do you really build, the family unit, or how do you really build the black infrastructure when the black family is crippled? And the reason I say that is, like, if I grew up with a lot of white guys, right? A lot of white guys had stepdads. They had, stepdads or somebody, within the community. You have a lot of, white single mothers or whatever, but somehow they either find somebody else to take them in, or they found, what's the name? But the thing is like, for us, it's the poison pill. And that's how they frame it. It's a poison pill. If you even mess with a single mother, if you even go in that, you're automatically simping. There's no way, there's nothing out of it. You're automatically simping. Like, hold on.